In this project, we aim to produce heat and electrical energy for a local school. In order to do this, we plan to use a biomass combined heat and power generator. These generators are highly efficient. They use waste materials from various manufacturing sectors. As they use waste products, their fuel is very cheap when compared to other options. The interested parties include Lipson, with 1,372 students, Devonport High School for Boys with 1,145 students, the Marine Academy with 917 students, St. Boniface with 820 students, Salisbury Road Primary School with 388 students. When choosing the location, we considered things such as a possible location for a CHP plant, access for wood chip deliveries, distance from the potential wood source, the appropriate size of the school, and a general need for a CHP plant. And as our design matrix shows, Lipson was the best choice. The first placement of the CHP plant would make it difficult to access as it is surrounded by a steep bank. However, it is placed far away from the school, minimizing noise levels. The second placement of the CHP plant is located on a disused field and allows easy access for wood chip deliveries from the main road. As it is placed next to a railway line, the visual appeal is not ruined. However, it may have to be fenced off from the main school. As the design matrix shows, the advantages of placement 2 far outweighed placement 1. Although placement 1 had the advantages of already being secluded from the school, it would be very difficult to deliver the wood chips to that plant. The CHP plant doesn't have to be unsightly, as you can see from the slides. For example, a glass viewing area on the University of Liverpool CHP plant makes the machinery a part of the design, and the glass CHP in the US that is made to illuminate at night. There are a number of different wood fuels that could be used to power a CHP plant. Wood pellets are compressed, typically 1,000 kilograms into a meter cubed, with a low moisture content, 8 to 10%. This means that they take up far less space for the energy they contain than wood chips and are easier to transport. This also means that less deliveries of pellets would be needed. As the pellet's shape is uniform, feed processes can be easily automated. The extra manufacturing costs required to form pellets makes them far more expensive. Wood chips require minimal processing, which means they cost less than pellets. Raw material can be processed close to source and then transported to the CHP plant. Wood chips have a much higher surface area to volume ratio than unprocessed logs. This makes their combustion much more effective. Wood chips must be stored under cover and well ventilated to disperse water vapour, which could cause decomposition. Due to composting stack, height must be limited to 10 meters to prevent heat buildup. Larger chips could cause bridging and blockages in a chip feed system. Companies could opt to give waste away for free or at a very low rate, as it has no direct use for them. Using waste products is highly environmentally friendly, because useful energy is extracted from waste that would be discarded. Using residue also reduces the amount of material going to landfill. Anaerobic digestion of waste requires a large initial financial investment. During summer months, electricity usage drops off due to longer daylight hours. Hence, the same amount of electricity is not required. Additional power created by the CHP plant can be sold back to the grid. If an export meter can be installed, 7.64 pence per unit of electricity can be exported to the national grid, although the initial install cost can be up to £250. Due to the noise created by turbines, noise pollution has to be taken into account. Design ideas are put into place to reduce the noise. Firstly, the heat recovery boiler helps reduce the noise, but more importantly, a muffler is fitted into the chimney stack to reduce noise. This does come at a cost, but is essential to keep the noise down for the school and to adhere to government guidelines. Wood storage is relatively simple due to the fact that the wood is not required to be kept dry due to the nature of a CHP plant, hence only a simple container is required. It is placed close to the CHP plant just to make refilling the plant easier. Due to the long periods of decay required, not huge amounts of fuel is required on site, so the storage can be quite compact. Due to the school being in a residential area, the road access is quite tight. Therefore, a new proposed entrance road could be built for lorries, as shown on our plans, to deliver the wood chips. Furthermore, it would be essential to have easy access to the plant when it is first being assembled. After careful consideration, a choice was made as to where the CHP plant could be placed, as shown on the diagram. For instance, the CHP site is in such a position that it does not obstruct the school's playing fields. The plant is also positioned in a location that would ensure that the noise levels of the CHP are kept to a minimum. Even though the wood chips only need to be delivered 8 times a year, this plan allows clear and easy access of delivering the wood chips to the plant. We decided that the CHP will be fueled by wood chips, although they need to be stored in a big container as opposed to a small container needed for wood pallets. Wood chips are much cheaper and readily available. The school uses a 300 kilowatt boiler which burns oil. Now that can be replaced by a 160 kilowatt wood chip fueled boiler, which obviously means less energy is needed to produce the same amount of heat and electricity, which in turn cuts the school's energy bill. Plans for next term will consist of visiting the school to inspect the CHP sites, getting precise information about the school's expenses and consumption of energy in order to supply the required amount of wood chips. We will also evaluate the best supplier of wood chips, one that is the cheapest, closest in location, and provides us with the best quality of wood chips. We will also get together and organise the final project report and provide a solution that will satisfy our interested party.